Right, good afternoon everybody. It's Saturday afternoon and I'm out for a wild camp with Bob and Mark. We've just parked up not far from Catclough Reservoir, and a typical British summertime. It's raining, it's windy, but to be fair it's not too cold. The forecast said 0 rain, but like I've said before in videos, I never believe forecasts, so I've come prepared. I've got my waterproofs and I've actually brought a 4-season tent today. First outing for it. It's my Hilleberg Nammatj 2-person tent, so overkill for British summertime, but probably not overkill for where we are going because it may well be a little bit exposed and windy. The forecast said 35-mile-an-hour gusts, but I think it's going to die down later on around about midnight or something like that. So we're going to walk up through this nice little track through a bit of forest and find a lovely spot to pitch the tents. So we'll see you shortly. A tough little climb up this hill, but fortunately the rain has stopped. Unfortunately I put my waterproof jacket on and I'm roasting. I'm sweating like a fat lass at an all-you-can-eat buffet. So I think I'll be stopping to take this coat off any minute. I can see Bob up in front. I had to go about the car because I forgot my GoPro. Kind of make a YouTube video without the GoPro. I suppose I could have done it on my phone, but I wasn't far away. I went back and got it. But let's stop and get this coat off. Whew. Right, I've just caught up with Bob and Mark. I had to give them a bit of a head start, you know what they're like.
I needed the head start. I needed the head start. These all your please.
Yeah, camera didn't
It's like the tortoise in the hair.
He had to go back for it, didn't he?
Nice to see you, Mark.
Nice to see you too as well.
Good to see you as well, Bob.
Okay.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Right, what a horrendous walk in that was, but we're here now. I got absolutely soaked. My pants are soaking, my socks, my boxers, everything's soaking. I've got a couple of spare tops, but I've got nothing spare for the bottom, so I'll just have to wring everything out and hang it on the washing line in my tent. But I found a pitch. I'll turn you around and show you. I'm going to go there. Right there, someone's had a little fire there, but my tent will be over the top of that. Oh, my tent fits on there because, like I say, it's Hilleberg Nammatj 2 and it's got quite a big footprint to it. I think it's about 3.5 metres long, but we shall see. There's Mark up there. I think he's brought his solo today, and Bob up there with his Durston. I think it's an X-Dome 1. We'll go and see it later when he's all set up. Right, let's get this tent up. Right, here we go. First time pitching my new Hilleberg Nammatj 2 out in the wild. I've done it in the back garden, took us 6 minutes, so let's see how long it takes out in the wild. Hopefully it should be quicker, but I doubt it. We'll see. I'll go and check I switched record on. Look at that. Sell as your jawbone. The wind should dry you off.
Eh?
The wind should dry you off.
Yeah. Stuff that in there so it doesn't blow away.
Sun's coming out anyway and this wind should dry us off nicely. A couple of pegs there. Where do I want to go? Probably looking over there. Right, it was about this point where I realised my chosen pitch was actually on top of a massive rock. And not one single peg was going in. I was hitting them with rocks. I was worried that they were going to bend or snap. I couldn't get any of the guys tight. The tent was all crooked. So I've speeded this a little bit up so you don't have to endure it. But the end result wasn't too bad given the circumstances, and the tent stood up pretty well and pretty sturdy. But I'll learn the next time. I'll poke a few pegs in the ground before I decide where to pitch. That'll ding dang do for this man, Dingo. Right, there we go, that's it all pitched. Took a while longer than I thought because this ground is obviously just full of rocks. Someone's had a fire in there. But, it's not perfect, but I'll tweak it a bit later on. Watch where you're walking around here. I did actually want my door the other way around, but I can't be bothered to turn it around now. But that'll do for me. That seems pretty tight. Like Mark says, I should have had it facing into the wind, but this sight is a bit short. In the other direction. I'm going to stick another peg in here because this is like not particularly strong. It's just wedged between a couple of rocks, but I'll stick another couple of pegs in, or maybe find somewhere else to put it. But that's it up anyway. I'll get my vents open, get the air thrown through and get myself dried off. Hopefully, actually my pants are drying already in this wind. Right, let's get all my rubbish in. I didn't buy this two-person tent for two people. I bought it for me and all my stuff that I bring. I like me little luxuries and all my bits and bobs and just in case stuff. So let's get it in. Right, at last I've got all my stuff set up inside. I've got my bag and my coat and stuff there, that's nearly all dry now. I've got myself some beers for later on. I've got some garlic and chilli king prawns, some Singapore style noodles. I've got plenty of water there for coffees. That's just all my cooking stuff there. Inside this very spacious tent, a bit of a mansion going on in there. I've got all my electrics down there. I brought my drone. Might get it up later. The wind's starting to die down a bit. That's my spare clothes down there. I was hoping I should have brought spare dry pants, but these have actually dried out nicely now, so not a problem. And as far as sleeping's concerned, I've got my little Alp kit, no more inflatable mat, Trekology pillow, and it's going to be reasonably warm tonight. I've just bought this Big Agnes King's Canyon quilt. I think it's kind of down filled, oh no, Primaloft filled quilt. So that'll do me for tonight. I'm quite peckish now. Actually, I didn't have any lunch. I'm going to open these vents here. He says try to do it one-handed. There we go. And that mesh compartment there to stop the beasts getting in. I can roll that up when I've got two hands free. And there's another vent at the other end which is going to let the wind blow through here nicely tonight and keep it nice and condensation free. But anyway, I'm going to get these dirty shoes off, get inside, get that other vent open and go out and see the lads, see how they are set up. Right, come on then, let's come and have a look at Bob's tent. Tell us about your tent, Bob, what is it?
It's a Desperate Dan Durston X-Dome 2-person tent that I can't seem to pitch correctly.
And what's the problem with it?
It just sticks up on one side.
Which side, Bob?
Either side. It just depends, doesn't it?
Do you mean the gap at the bottom?
Do
Do you mean the gap at the bottom?
So it's got a hydrostatic head of, I think it's 3,000. The floor is 3,000. It takes it's 52 inches, so it takes two 25-inch pads.
Oh, it's some size inside that, eh?
And it's obviously it's for somebody 6'6" or more.
Plenty of room in there.
So it's plenty good. We've got the kilos gear, the ultralight sleep pad with the Vespa 0 degree quilt.
Looks a thick quilt that, like mine's like as thick as a slice of ham.
Yeah.
I'll be freezing tonight.
So it'll be a decent tent. Again, it'll be reinforced with pools up there. I've put one pool in the other side just to try out.
Oh, I can see that there, yeah.
So it's got obviously 2 doors. Vegetables are right once you. It's just it'll be okay once I find out how to pitch it a little bit better on what it is, you know.
I think these legs here need to come out that way a bit.
Well, that side's okay. It's this side that's
Yeah,
high.
yeah.
So if you notice, this side's high.
Oh yeah, yeah.
On that side, you know. Whether that's uneven ground, I don't know. So
There'll be like 4 of them or something, or someone will be able to give you
good,
advice.
Vents there. There's plenty pockets on the inside as well.
Cool, yeah.
So it's got a pockets there in the corners. That corner there. That in that corner there. Then it's got these one here and one at the other side.
Yeah, like the big Agnes ones.
Yeah, so it's got one there.
What's those clips there for, Bob, hanging down?
That's if you want to take the top off. If you just want to pitch it for stargazing.
Ah, right, right.
But there's quite a bit of room inside for a little lad like me.
Very nice, very nice.
Obviously the rubbish magnetic tags that never fully full, and on the inside it's got magnetic. But this needs, you know,
tightening up or something.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect, Bob.
Aye.
A few more practice pitches.
So you can open this up fully that way as well. It's got it there, so you can take that right back.
That's a nice looking tent. Get on the forums, Bob, and get some advice. Last time I came here, by the way, I think I pitched just down there behind that little ledge. It was really windy that time as well. But, let's go and have a look at Mark's tent. He's in his Hilleberg Solo Black Label. Lovely tents. I've got the red label version, but I've got some black label poles. But lovely tents, mind. Really nice. Look at that, it's not even flickering in the wind. He's got his stuff out drying on his poles. Cracking tent. Solo Black Label. Right, here's Bob doing his famous bare knuckle press ups.
71 years old. I think he's 21, man. Half the people that find this fella.
That's some angle, that, mind.
Come on, Bob.
What? Feel the pain. Well done, well done.
Painful them.
I bet they were. Rather you than me.
After 2 I was ready to die.
We're going to have a quick look over the sledge at the reservoir, Catclough Reservoir, and then I'm going to cook some food because I'm starving now. Let's have a quick look up here. It actually went really cold before. So, oh, there we go, there's the reservoir. Good job I brought some extra tops to keep me warm. No way we're going to get a sunset tonight. Some crags over there straight ahead. I'm sure that's where Donna Van Senior was camping last week. Correct me if I'm wrong, Donna, in the comments, but I'm sure that's where you were. Right, I'm going to go and cook some food because I'm absolutely starving. There's our pictures down there. A little bit sheltered because the wind's still blowing a gale up here. I haven't got mine pitched right because look at it flopping around in the wind. It shouldn't be like that. There's too many rocks, I can't get the pegs in properly. Right, dinner time at last. It's about 7:30 or something now. I've got some garlic and chilli king prawns and some Singapore style noodles to tuck in with them. Looking forward to it because I'm really hungry now. I'll cook away from the tent. I don't like the cooking smells inside the tent, so I'll just cook a little bit away. Right, so I can get the noodles in, I think. That's looking lovely, that. In fact, while that's heating up, I think I'll go back to the tent and get myself a beer to wash it down with. King prawns in there, Singapore noodles. Right, I reckon that's going to be hot enough because I'm burning the bottom of the pan. Looking forward to this. Right, I've just had dinner. It was lovely. I feel lovely and full now. Had a couple of beers. I'm going to come for a walk up the top of the crags and see what we can see. There was another little shower before, but fortunately it stopped quite quick. All those sheep over there were just heading into where we are camped. I think they was coming there to shelter for the night, but they see us and they made a sharp exit. There you go, that's a bird's eye view. My tent, Bob's tent, Mark's tent. Let's go up the top. Lovely view of Catclough Reservoir. We might get a sunset, I don't know, we'll see. That was our actually intended camp tonight over there. Hungry Law it's called. But because of the wind we decided to come here and get a bit shelter. Right, there we go, that's the view from the top of the crags. There's Bob and Mark. Lovely view down there. Don't want to be falling over there, mind. Some drop. The wind's like a lot stronger when you soon to get up here. We're lovely and sheltered down at the bottom. What a view. That's Kielder Forest over there. Lovely spot this. Right, I've just come for a walk around the bottom of the crags. Look at the features here, there's some amazing features. I wonder what causes all those holes. Just some kind of erosion, maybe it's like an extra soft rock or something, I don't know. Ooh, it's very, very squelchy underground, my feet are soaked. And I've got no dry socks. Oh. All these rocks are just full of them holes, like some kind of cheese. Right, my battery just died on my GoPro and my SD card was full. Don't know how, like, I haven't really got that much footage, but oh, it's a bit moist here. Just come and look at some of the features around the bottom of these crags. Nice bivvy spot there. You don't mind a bit sheep shit. These holes, man, look at them. Some kind of erosion. Swiss cheese. Another bivvy spot there, bit damp. I think that may be about it. I don't know how my SD card was full because I haven't taken much footage, but I don't know. Ooh. Yeah, it's a bit damp that for a bivvy spot. Ooh. And another bivvy spot there. I think this must be where all the sheep shelter at night, just looking at how well worn it is. Let's look at the features and the views around here, fantastic. Shame about all that cloud, but like I say, we might get a sunset yet.
Back home.
Think Bob's looking healthy though, is it a funny colour?
I look a funny colour, didn't I?
You match your top.
Eh?
You match your top.
Well, I give him 2 black eyes.
Yeah, Mark, look at the colour of Bob, he's looking a bit khaki.
Mark, get a hold of him and I'm going to knock him out.
Yeah, I got that GoPro.
Look at the sheep at the top, because we're in their little
Change
shelter.
the subject.
We're in the shelter for tonight. Bah.
Keep you in the shelter.
Drying your socks off, right, Bob, there? I found this place here. There's very little wind. We've got Dave's tent there, Bob's, mine up there. But this is where Vivi just find them. Well, I had 76 mile-an-hour winds up there, and I had none on the back. Few teeth there for later on in life. We'll take them with us.
That's got more teeth than you.
I don't need football.
These two are arguing. Got one that's 71, one that's 59.
I'm 60 and 59 and
He's insulting me teeth.
4 weeks. Right, well, it's only about 10:15 and I'm back in my tent already. Bob and Mark are in their tents. It's getting quite cold outside because it got a bit damp walking in today. The wind's dried us out a bit, but still you just feel cold after you've been damp and wet, and your clothes are wet and damp. But we've had a good night. We've had a good bit crack, good bit banter. I managed to get the drone up, even though every time I got it up above the top of the crags, got a high wind warning and I had to bring it back down. But hopefully I've got some decent footage. If I've got some worthy footage, I shall put it in the video. But I've had some nice food, nice beer, bit banter. I'm in my tent. I've got myself a single malt. It's a Cheviot Regal. I'm going to have a try of that later on. And got no internet service here, which is a bit unfortunate, so I can't check on any social media or watch any videos, etc. like that. It looks like I'll be having an early night and wake up nice and refreshed in the morning. We managed to catch the sunset, but we're not going to bother getting up for sunrise because it's going to be behind us, behind the crag, and we're quite low down here, so we'd have to go up a little bit higher to see the sunrise. That'll come later on in the day, so we'll give it a miss, have a bit of a lie in, and if nothing exciting happens between now and tomorrow morning, I shall see you then. Maybe I might put my GoPro outside for a bit of a night lapse, because I've never done one before, but Mark's put some settings on my phone, so I might give that a try. But if not, see you in the morning. Morning everyone, it's 6:15 and I'm wide awake. I've been cold all night, but I've had a very good night's sleep. I don't know whether GoPro will pick this up, let's have a look. Got 3 hours, 10 minutes deep sleep, which I'm pretty sure is my all-time record. Always get a good night's sleep when I'm out camping. It must be the fresh air, I guess. But I've just been speaking to Mark. It's only 7 degrees outside, and this little quilt I've had, it's so thin. Big Agnes, actually, they don't even rate it. Mark had a look on the website last night, and I've been cold all night. I didn't bring any spare socks, so I got bare feet. They are freezing. There's my socks I'm going to put back on today. They're soaking wet. I'm not looking forward to putting them on. But I'm going to get up, stick my head outside the door, see what the weather's like. I can see out the vent there at the front. I can't see any sun. I'm a little bit disappointed this morning. I just turn around. The inside the fly sheet here was actually wet with condensation. I've just been drying it with a cloth. But I thought it would have been nice and dry with the amount of airflow through here, but it's not, unfortunately. Must be just the atmospheric conditions. But anyway, I'm going to get myself up, get a coffee, and see what this morning brings. We'll see you shortly. Look at that.
All right, aye. Just normal black
Big in
beetle.
that. Go on.
Normal black beetle.
Get off. Nice coffee to get the day started. Cheers, Bob.
Aye.
And right on cue, there comes the sun over the top of the crag.
Dry your tent off.
I was disappointed with the condensation inside. Like, you can't get any bigger vents than that. Massive.
It's got nothing to do with that, is it?
It's air temperature.
Yeah.
No wind.
It's like Mark said, it's like 20 degrees in the tent.
Yeah.
So when it drops down to fucking 7 degrees, what it was last night, it's physics.
Well, when I woke up this morning, it was 12 degrees inside. Mark's saying it's 7 outside.
Right, so I've got a 3-season inner, you see. You've got a full mesh.
Right, that's it. We've had a lovely coffee, sat and had a bit chat. Now we'll get all this rubbish packed away into the bag and back down the hill. Lovely with that bit of sun coming over the top there. Crags warming us up. My feet are cold because they're soaking wet. Socks got soaked yesterday because these shoes I've got on aren't waterproof, and obviously chucked it down on the way in. Anyway, get all this rubbish packed up and put away. Well, the tent performed well. Shame it had a lot of condensation on the inside of the fly, but that's just to do with the atmospheric conditions last night. Not a great deal of wind. Went down to, Mark's was saying, went down to 5.6 degrees or something during the night. And it was like 23 when we're driving up here yesterday, so huge temperature change, hence all the condensation on the inside of the fly. Look at these tents are 4-season, so the fly goes right down to the ground, so there's not much air gets underneath. even though it has got the big vents on each end. But still a good night's sleep. Right, let's get this tent down. Right, there we go, all packed up into my big Agnes Park View 63 litre. That was 17.5 kilos last night. It's probably going to be about 14 or 15 now. No trace left, little flat spot there. There's sheep shit all over the bottom of my tent, but I'll pitch it in the garden and clean it when I get home. Mark's pitch and Bob's pitch, all nice and tidy. Someone's had a fire here in the past, look, and they've got firewood stashed in there. But we never have fires. But, right, let's get down this hill, enjoy the sun and get back home. See you shortly. Right, that's us heading out of camp. Last look down, I can actually see Bob's spot, my spot and Mark's spot. Look at the views this morning. If only the weather had been like this when we came in yesterday. Fantastic views over there. Some nice little crags right in the middle there. Might investigate them at some point. There's the lads just going over the top of the crag. So I had to stop and take my coat off, actually, it's too warm. Mark's just got down to 4.5 last night. He's had one of those all night recording thermometers outside his tent. So no wonder I was cold with that tiny little thin quilt on. Ooh. Quite spectacular here, to be honest. Yeah, the skylark's tweeting. Right, that's us heading back down after a successful camp, albeit a bit of a damp start, but had a great night. You enjoy yourself, lads?
Yes, lovely camp.
Hated every minute. Oh, it's crap.
Surprise, surprise.
Freezing.
I was a bit cold last night, mate, but
Yeah.
had some...
I'm the one with Reynolds and I was the warmest.
Can it be a good summer's night? We're keeping you warm.
My quilt was more like a tissue, it was that thin, but
Yeah,
You got the curtains.
It had Kleenex on.
Aye.
I'll not be bringing that again unless it's going to be a red hot night. It was supposed to be 14 last night, but it was 5, so got a bit of an excuse. But anyway, great camp, so off back the car now and see you on the next one.
See you later.
Don't forget to click like and subscribe. See you later.